Dream builders and goal setters. I am Ruty Martin, the founder of Ruty Guided Vision Coaching and Consulting, an advanced human services professional practitioner. Today, we revisit the truth that was clearly spoken by Julius Nyerere decades ago, one of Africa's most principled Pan-African leaders. Long before the current violence and instability in DRC dominated headlines, Nyerere warned African leaders regarding the dangers of the colonial manufactured ethnic divisions, specifically regarding Tutsi Congolese, a community living in eastern DRC. What we see today is not a new problem. It is an old injustice that was left unresolved. Who are Tutsi Congolese? Tutsi communities are Congolese who have lived for decades, for generations, in both Kivu, South Kivu, and North Kivu. Their presence in Congo is dated long before the colonial borders, before African societies were organized around fluid systems, clans, kingdoms, trade networks, and shared land use. Movements across regions was normal. Identity was relational, not rigid. Nyerere emphasized that Africans did not live as strangers to one another. Tutsis were part of this reality, pastoral communities living among other Congolese peoples, not foreigners, intruders. Congo before colonial partition, before colonialism, ethnic divisions in Congo existed but was minimal and non-politicized. Differences did not determine citizenship rights, land rights, or humanity. Communities intermarried, traded, and resolved conflicts through traditional systems. No group was permanently labeled as outsider. Nyerere argued that African unity was natural, while division was artificial. Ethnicity was not weaponized, it was simply identity. Colonialism and the weaponization of ethnicity. Colonial rule changed everything. European powers drew borders without African consent and imposed rigid ethnicity classifications. In Congo and the Great Lakes regions, colonial administrators planned, exploited, and benefited from ethnic division. Some groups were favored and some groups were marginalized. Identity cards, land policies, and colonial rule complicated identities that were once flexible. Again, Nyerere warned that colonialists ruled by dividing Africans against one another and then left those divisions behind like a ticking bomb. After independence, division without healing. When colonial powers left, they did not dismantle the systems they created. Post-colonial governments inherited borders, ethnic hierarchies, and unresolved conflicts. In eastern Congo, Tutsi became a political scapegoat, portrayed as foreigners despite their long history on the land. Nyerere repeatedly stated, "You cannot deny people their history, their land, and their dignity and still expect peace." Trump once said, "The Chinese are eating people's dogs and cats." In Congo, we say Congolese are eating other Congolese. What is happening today is a modern apartheid. What many Tutsis experience today can be described as systemic exclusion, security rights, and collective punishment. This is not merely conflict, it resembles an apartheid like system, denial of citizenship rights, where one community is treated as illegitimate by others in their own country. Nyerere warned that when Africans accept colonial lies about each other, they become instruments of continued oppression against their own people. Julius Nyerere revealed this truth a long time ago. The Congo crisis is not tribal by nature, it is colonial by design. Tutsis are not strangers, they are Africans. They are African, Congolese, and entitled to live freely on their land. Until Africa confronts colonial engineered divisions and restore justice, peace will remain fragile. The question Nyerere left us with is very simple but urgent. Will Africans continue to fight one another over identities imposed by colonialism, or will we reclaim our shared humanity and history?